It's recording.
Yeah.
But how do I know? Because I don't want to be screaming, you know?
Yeah. Just be like a good distance from it.
I see.
Yeah, I usually like I'm this far away from it sometimes.
Hmm.
I mean, you're obviously not gonna start screaming. Please don't.
Hey guys, welcome back to Case by Case. I am today's guest. My name is Danny, aka Casey's boyfriend.
Oh wow.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for having me.
What's my slogan actually? Do you listen to my podcast?
What do you mean your slogan?
Yeah. What do I say now?
Huh?
I have a lot of thoughts, but not a lot of friends.
Oh, you said that once in your last one. I didn't know that was gonna be like
I said that was gonna be the new slogan.
Okay. I'm sorry.
You also didn't answer the Spotify question, I see. Because the question was, how do y'all like the new slogan?
Because I didn't listen to it on Spotify, I listened to it on YouTube.
Really?
I did.
You're a YouTube girly?
Yes.
Oh.
And so I can get the audio and the video.
But why do you need the video?
So I can see you.
That's disgusting. Oh my god. So this isn't our first time filming a podcast.
No. Last one got corrupted or whatever.
No, it didn't. I just refused to post it. The thing is that we are too ushy gushy in it. Like, we are too... It was like when we had just started dating. And we were so like, oh my god. It was disgusting. I could not in goodwill post that.
See, me personally, I thought it was just like normal couple things. I don't think I ever got the raw video file or audio file. Besides like my own that I recorded on my own phone, like I can listen to that, but I can't really hear yours. So it's like,
Yeah, because like it's so...
it's cute.
No, it's like, oh my god, get a room. Like, Jesus Christ. Just, I don't know, let's just be a little normal. Like, like, why do we like need to be like, oh my god, babe? Like,
Not tampoco.
I would click off of a podcast if a couple was just like, Ryan. Like,
I don't think anyone would want to listen to that, no.
but yeah, that was when like we first started dating, and a lot has changed. Now we're about to be... We just had our 10 months.
Closing in on a year.
I know, this is like...
The fastest year ever.
Yeah, this is the fastest year of my life. I think we were dating for like 3 months at that point. Maybe even less.
I don't remember when exactly it was, to be completely honest with you. Like the month or the date. I just remember that it happened.
We were still kind of awkward with each other. Now it's just like... it's
No
just,
filter, just...
yeah. Like, I think you know more things than an average partner should know about their partner.
But I feel like that's a good thing, you know? Like, we build that sort of... just being able to be comfortable with one another. Like, there's no filter. You don't have to, like, put up a front. You don't have to, like, be this other person. You just be yourself, you know?
Yeah, but it's also like, where's your decorum? Like, sometimes like I'll text you something and I almost want to unsend it because I'm like, that's a little too feral, even for me to like.
But it's funny.
That was the beginning of our relationship, but the actual beginning of our relationship is one that I think needs to be talked about. Because
Does it?
Yes.
Does it really?
I feel like when I first met your family, they were like, we want to know everything about everything. Like, how did you guys meet and everything like that?
It was around this time last year, no?
No. The first time I met your family was in August.
Oh, in August, but I was talking about, like, when we, like, first started, like, talking.
So when you ghosted me?
I did not ghost you.
Yes, you did.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Okay, a little bit of backstory, I guess. So we'll let the audience decide and see if you really ghosted me, okay? Danny and I have been best friends. We met working at Starbucks. We had been best friends for 2 years. Like, I don't think you guys, like... I don't think anybody understands when we say that we were best friends. I mean, like, genuinely, we spent all of our time together. Every single second. If I had to run errands, if we wanted to do homework together, for anything.
Anything and everything, really.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, you want to go this? I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Even if it was like 5 minutes. It was like, yeah, we're gonna go. And then we even had like a little name to us, which was Danny and Casey.
It'd be our names.
But it got started through a coworker because he just kind of said like wherever Danny is, Casey's gonna be, and where Casey is, Danny's gonna be.
Yeah.
But it became like Danny and Casey as one word.
Mm-hmm.
And then something really cute. I had transferred to another store. We started getting breakfast every Thursday together at like different places. You would think, right? We're getting breakfast every Thursday, and Danny would come visit me at my other store like all the time. We would do homework together. We would do all this stuff together, you know. We were always together, and you would think, geez, these two must have just the most fattest, wettest crush on each other. And you want to know something? Danny denied it to his grave. I asked this kid so many times, Danny, do you have a crush on me? He would tell me. He would tell me for sure. And I would ask him, and I'm telling you, this kid played it off so well. Like, he needs to, like, hand him the Oscar. Hand him everything. Because, or the Grammy, whatever it is for the video one. Because you played it off so well. Be like, no. Even went so far as to say I was like a sister to you.
I did not say that.
Yes.
No, I did not.
You were like, yes, you're like a close, like you're like a sister to me. Like you're so close. Yes, this is when we were at Starbucks and we were studying.
For real?
Yes.
That's crazy. Oh yeah, because like, alright, so you bring this up, just, you know, we're like studying, we're doing whatever, and be like, now Danny, you would tell me if you had a crush on me, yes? Me over here, like, screaming internally, just panicking. I had a feeling that you didn't like reciprocate the same feelings that I had for you at the time, so I wasn't gonna put myself in a position where I was just gonna be like let down, so I was just like denied it overall.
I remember the last time I had asked you, I was like, Danny, like you're so important to me, and like we had talked about our deepest, darkest secrets, that like things that I know that like even to this day you really haven't told anyone about, that you told me even as we were just friends. So I'm like, he would for sure tell me. We have this level of trust together, like he has to tell me.
No.
And like the last time I had asked you, I was like, Danny, you know, you mean so much to me and you are so important to me. And I would want us to talk about this, to get through it together. Do you have feelings for me? This kid, I mean, Jesus Christ, it was as if he was telling the truth. He was like, no, I swear. And then jump forward to March. From March, like the first week of March to the last week of May, not a singular text from Daniel came my direction. So there for me, my ass. And I am convinced that if I had never reached out to you first, you would have never texted me.
Incorrect.
No.
So, a couple of things.
You completely ghosted me.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
Incorrect. Let me speak.
Okay.
So, you know, that whole thing happened, and you were, just at that point in time, we were just, like, completely busy. And I was going away on a trip as well. And I also told you, like, a couple weeks after, like, my birthday, oh, like, do you think you can help me watch my little kitten? And just, like, kind of, like, come by my house, feed her, take care of her, whatever. You said yes. You sent me updates and everything. We talked and everything. But throughout those entire, like, interactions that we had within the month, I don't know what it was. I just felt like it was, like, extremely, like, forced and dry. So I thought I had done something wrong.
You want to know what it was?
What?
Can I tell you? I don't think we've ever, like, fully digested this.
Yes.
Okay, so, like, whatever, we stopped talking, and then the only time you hit me up was because you needed me to do something for you. And at no point did you ask, like, hey, are you good? Like, how are you? Like, whatever. Because keep in mind, we were Danny and Casey. Like, I'm talking, the breakfast meetup stopped. Like, everything had stopped. And I didn't know what it was. And then for you to just hit me up and be like, hey, can you watch my cat? Like, I was so mad at you. Because I was like, no way. Did he just like, la 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 la. Oh, wait, I actually need a favor. Let me go back to this girl. Hey, queen, can you please go watch? I was so mad at you. And then you're just like acting as if it was nothing. Cute, cool. And then you're just like, after the trip, you're like, hey, I sent you like $40. Thanks so much for watching my cat. Done. There was no more conversation after that until like for over a month. And then I texted you because I knew you were transferring to my school. I had worked for the school. And I was like, whatever. I said, hey. What did you respond with?
Hi.
Hi. What the hell is wrong with you? Because not only did you do that, I said, hi. You respond with,
hello.
like, fuck you. Like, I just had a sinking pit in my stomach. I was like, no. Like, he doesn't want to have this relationship anymore. But I was already too deep into this conversation. I invited you to the university so I can give you a tour. And this was just about, it wasn't awkward, but at the same time, like, there was an elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Then none of us were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you show up, we go get a coffee, you bring me a pizza from like this pizza shop you were working at.
Mm-hmm.
We sit down and we're like, so how's everything? How y'all doing? They didn't bring up literally everything. That is the same night we drank a Bang. You had like a trunk full of Bang. Like randomly you were just like, oh, I have like a case full of Bang in my trunk. And I was like, okay. Like,
okay, side note to that, so I don't seem like so weird. At the time when I was working at the pizza shop, my manager was just like, hey, we're getting rid of like this whole thing of Bang. Like, do you want it? And I was like, sure, why not? Because I just figured it was just like an energy drink. At the time, I used to drink like a bunch of Monsters and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? Whatever, it's free. Why not? So I just I had it in the back of my car that day.
Bang is equivalent to like
Battery acid.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
We end up just going to a Starbucks nearby, pops open the trunk, and it was the worst experience of my life. But I'm convinced if we didn't have that little icebreaker, then like it still would have been awkward because the Bang kind of allowed us to like be silly again a little bit because we were like, what the fuck is this? Like, we were being so composed, like eating our pizza, drinking our little drink, like, ah, yes.
Doing the little tour. Oh, this is this building. Oh, over here you're gonna find this building. I'm like, ooh, wow. Ah, pero mira que nice.
Yeah, like we were just like enough distractions. This allowed us to be like, what the fuck? Who drinks this? Like, and then we were able to be hee hee ha ha silly. Then this was also the night that I think you really just started being like a little more carefree. Because that night, I swear, I thought we were gonna kiss.
To this day, I really have no idea how that came about. Because I had, like, no intentions of doing that. Yeah, sure, I was, like, being, like, a little more loose. But I had no intentions of, like, kissing you that day.
Alright, die, I guess. But, like, no, we were like sitting at your trunk and like we just kept like making eye contact and I was like, oh my god. And then like that was kind of the first time where, well, cause I've told you, like when we first met, I had told you that I had a little bit of a crush on you, but I didn't know you. Like it was just this guy that like my best friend Paul, like he was like, oh, so like what's the vibe like with all of the staff? And I was like, oh, this is guy Danny, like he's kind of cute, like I think he's kind of cute. But then like, you know, times passed, whatever. We got super close. I started, like, really valuing our friendship, our relationship, whatever.
Now, our entire relationship really wouldn't have happened had we not had our other coworker at Starbucks been like, hey, the three of us girlies, let's go hang out.
Okay, yes, but also, keep in mind she left.
True.
During that, like... Yeah, it was like one day, like after her shift, she was like, "Let's go get pizza, guys."
But had
then
it
she
not
left
been for
early.
that initial like
I don't
get
think that's
together,
true. I don't think that's true.
Really?
I think eventually we might have hung out because she left, and I could have just taken you back to your car.
Yeah.
But I was like, "No, let's like hang out." And I shopped for you. You were like, "I want a new wardrobe," and I like helped you pick out some shirts.
Mm-hmm.
But like. Yeah, our relationship, started because of that. But we bonded ever since then. Like, ever since that moment, it was like, let's go do something. Like, it was always like, after our shift, okay, what are we doing? Like, it kind of opened that, I guess, sort of door. But back to what I was saying, the night we drank the Bang. In my head, I wanted, like, I was like, why do I want to kiss him though? And I was like, this is interesting. Like, I've never, like, looked at him and been like, down. And I kind of don't remember any of the middle parts. I just remember you saying, like, let's go to, like, some food trucks on a Friday afternoon.
Because, alright, there's this thing every Friday, like, nearby, where it's like, oh, there's just, like, a ton of food trucks that gather in a parking lot every single Friday night. And I tried inviting you one time to go there.
And it didn't exist.
It was Black Friday.
We show up, dude, we're so pumped. He's like, he hasn't shut up about this thing, and he got the whole squad to go. Like, he dragged out all these people in their cars. We're all driving. Yeah, we're gonna go.
And it's low-key kind of far. It's like 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah, it's not like down the street. We all plan, we dress up, we get changed, whatever. It's nowhere to be found. I go up to this random guy that's there, and I'm like, hey, is there supposed to be food trucks? He's like, nah, it's closed. It's Black Friday.
Because apparently that's a thing that everybody celebrates.
Well, like, if you're religious, please.
Like,
please. But, like, yeah.
we
So
ended
then,
up
like,
going to Olive Garden that night.
yeah, that night, this boy hyped up food trucks. We ended up going to Olive Garden. Please. But now this time, he's telling me, oh, let's go to some food trucks.
Bro, please, I promise.
So I'm like, I don't know, Danny. I've never really, like, seen it before.
And I was like, trust me on this.
We go to a food truck, but that whole day was like, that was the most intense time of my life. Like, I was texting my best friend Paul, and I was like, dude, if we don't kiss by the end of the night, like, I'm giving up on this. Like, whatever. I think I had texted you something prior that might have been the reason we even started being a little crazy. I had said, are we gonna go to the food trucks, just me and you? Or, like, is it just gonna be, like, an us thing?
Me over here being funny. I was like, oh yeah, whatever you want, mama.
And then I responded with, alright, baby, let's just do you and me.
Me over here screaming internally.
See, but the thing is, like, if we're friends, I call you baby. So that to me...
You've never, at that point, you've never called me, like, baby or any sort of, like, cute pet name like that.
So, me thinking that, like, oh yeah, he gets that, like, I'm being a little friendly. Apparently, behind the scenes, this kid is
screaming,
shitting himself,
crying,
just, oh my god, like panicking. There's even a video of you, like that same day that you showed me, like months after, of you telling your friend that you're going out with me, and like you're panicking basically because I called you baby, whatever. So that happens. So that whole day, you do the craziest of the crazy. You, and I mean so gently, place your hand on my thigh. Not even fully, I have a picture of it. Not even fully on my thigh. Just like the side of my thigh, and it's like only your fingertips.
It's so half-assed.
Like, it's as if like you have never done this before. And I was like, okay, this is interesting.
I did it that day?
Yes. And I helped you out, and I held your hand. Dude, they were just the moistest thing I've ever felt in my life. You were just...
trembling.
Chihuahua. Just, like, freaking out. So, I think with the hand holding, it kind of confirmed to you of what we were doing. And you would, like, any normal person would think that, no, fuck you. Because then, cut to the rest of the night. We get milkshakes. And I'm like, this is my big move. Like, if nothing happens here, then, like, this kid really doesn't like me. And I just made myself look stupid by holding his hand and doing everything. And I'm like, we should go to this little hill that's kind of private. And we drive, we get our milkshakes, and Danny pays $16 for a milkshake for me, which is insane.
It was so good, though. It was literally had the works. It just had, like, everything you could possibly imagine on it. What was that? I think it was, like, dulce de leche or something like that.
No. Actually, wrong girl, because I don't like dulce de leche.
I'm so sorry. You don't?
No, I got a Nutella one, and it had like a mini Nutella jar
Oh,
on
the little
top.
jar.
And then you got a s'mores one that had a full-size s'more
It
on
was
top of
so
it.
goddamn good. See, sidebar, me and s'mores just have the nastiest relationship. Just, I don't know what it was. Whenever I had my first s'more at a campfire, that was like, this is the one. That I can die happy now.
All right,
Like,
guess I'll die.
regular s'mores, s'mores ice cream, s'mores whatever, anything for it.
Yeah, okay, whatever. So, so we go to this hill and we're drinking these things, and I'm not kidding. I am basically on top of this kid. I am on top of you, like just like getting as close as I can to you, seeing if he's gonna make the first move, and he doesn't. We're playing music. I mean, our milkshakes are long done. Like they're done. Like they have been done for like 10 minutes. No reason. We're getting eaten by mosquitoes. Like no reason for us to even still be there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, you know what? This is my last move. And I tell you that I know the constellations. And I'm like, okay, like, do you want me to point them out to you? We lay down, but you laid down first and you like offered to like cuddle kind of. And I was like, okay, this is interesting, super cool. We're laying down, and by this point, I'm so fed up with you. I am so tired of you. Like, I'm like, this kid, like, he's giving me mixed signals. Like, I'm over it. So I look at you, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna get up right now and go to your car, and nothing's gonna happen. Nothing is gonna happen, right, Danny? And because he can't use his words, because that would make way too much sense, while I'm getting up, he just, like, pulls me down. Like he doesn't let me get up. And I'm like, what? Like I'm gonna go. Like whatever. You weren't making a move. Like there was no point in us being there. I'm like very allergic to mosquitoes. So then he's pulling me down, not saying a single word. What's the first thing out of this kid's mouth after 2 minutes? Is this weird? Oh my god, go die in a hole. Oh my god. Like
Wording. I said, would it be weird if I kissed you?
no, you just said, would it be weird?
No, I said, would it be weird if I
On my
kissed you?
life, may lightning strike me in the next 2 minutes. You said, would it be weird?
I said, would
Question
it...
mark,
No.
end
No.
of sentence.
I said, would it be
Yes.
weird if I kissed you?
No, you said, would it be weird?
Mm-mm.
Because
Mm-mm,
it was
mm-mm,
already
mm-mm.
established that we wanted to kiss.
Mm-hmm.
So then, like, I was like, no. So then we kiss. Wow, cool.
No, fireworks up.
Get to the car. Oh, so, like, do you have feelings for me? No. Oh my
No,
god.
I
Oh
wait. Hold on.
No.
Hold the goddamn phone. You cannot slander me like this. You phrased it, and I quote, "Do you have feelings for me?" Because I don't. Me
No,
over
I
here,
didn't say-
just knife to the heart, just like, huh. Yeah, totally. I don't have feelings for you either.
Okay, side note, I had no idea that Danny had actually had a crush on me for 8 months prior to this.
We're not gonna talk about that.
For 8 months prior,
We're not gonna talk
he
about
kept his
that.
mouth shut about this crush, even though I asked him several times. Anyway, at that time, it was literally a battle of, do I want to like mess up this beautiful friendship I have with someone? Because what if we didn't work out? And what if like we just weren't endgame? That's just embarrassing. Like, you know, and I was getting out of a situation, and I just, honest to God, I didn't want to hurt you. So I was just like, I don't know, to be honest, because I knew your level of commitment was there. I just didn't know if I could meet you on that commitment.
Me over here just like trying to do anything and everything. It would be like be on my knees at that point. I was like, please.
But you played it off again so well. You were like, oh no, yeah, like it's fine. I don't have a crush on you either. Oh, okay, that went on. Like, okay.
But no, you said it first. You were like, oh, do you have feelings for me? Because I don't. I was like, huh? Okay. No, yeah. That's cool.
But then, after that, cut to our first 3. We had 3 first dates before our actual first date, in which I rejected you.
Which is crazy. I had to go through 3 times. You know, they say third time's a charm, but goddamn. Goddamn.
Okay, so, like, it's not that I wanted to. Like, okay, the thing is that, like, I had wanted this future with Danny I'm sure like my best friend still has all the text messages where I was like, oh my god, like I really see myself with him and all this stuff, and like he really makes me so happy, and like it was just a lot all at once, because at that time that we were getting together was just a very bad time in both of our lives, and we got together under such
drastic,
like,
dire circumstances.
Jesus Christ, we could write a book about it.
No,
I mean,
for real.
Just the worst. And there was just a lot for me to, because it was centralized around me.
Mm-hmm.
So there was just a lot that I was trying to like look at. And the thing about Danny is like when he falls hard. And when he wants something, he wants it now. And he will do anything in the world to get it. Especially take in mind this kid had crushed on me for 8 months prior. Yeah, terminó. He was like done with waiting.
No more. No
he was
more.
like,
I had you and I wasn't going to let you go.
Yeah, he's like, we already kissed. Like, the wedding's next.
The wedding's next week.
So that was just the thing that I like. The first date, I actually did reject you just because I said like, look at how everything is happening around us. Like, that's not fair to you. The second time I was talking to my best friend and I was like, I don't know, I think he's gonna ask me out tonight. And that was like when we went like downtown. Or no, it was when we went to the beach.
When we went to the beach.
We went to the beach and I had a feeling you were gonna ask me out that day. Something about it. And my best friend took it upon himself to text you.
And say, hey, bestie.
Don't do this.
Don't do it. And I'm like, well, fuck. What the fuck do I do now?
The thing is, Danny had been hyping this up. This date in specific, you had been hyping it up so much.
For like a month.
So I was like, oh my god, he's gonna ask me out. And we get to the beach. I had no idea my best friend had texted you. I'm like, Danny, what are you hyping up so much? This kid's like, I wanted to do TikTok dances with you. And I knew he was lying. I got so mad at him. This was our first argument, like, ever. The walk back from the beach to the car was completely silent. Like, I didn't say a single word to him. He was like, let me talk to you. Just let me explain. And I was like, no. I didn't want to hear it from you, basically. I was like, you fucking liar. All you men are the same. Fuck you. Like, then we get to the car, and then you kind of explain everything. Like, yeah, I was gonna ask you out, all this stuff. And this was like our first argument. And while we're driving back home, also coincidentally is the day that you told me you loved me for the first time.
Yeah.
First argument, this was like a month before we started like officially dating. And you're like, I love you.
Again. Christ. Because we were talking about whatever, I don't really remember. But you brought up the fact of be like, at that point in our relationship, we were like typing like ILY or ILU, love you, okay, like cute things on that, never established like the L word, just official, just dropping and just I love you.
Because to be honest, sweet honey bunches of oats.
Tell me.
We didn't start like actually like dating, so like whatever, we had established something that we had feelings for each other. You kept calling me bro and dude and like all this like friendly stuff. Got to the point where I literally got tipsy and I was like, stop calling me bro if you want to be my boyfriend. I had to tell him to stop broing me. Then that's when we started dating. And the day that you said that you loved me, I just looked at you and I was like, Danny, do you love me? I didn't really know what I was looking for in that, because I was like, surely not. Surely not.
Me over here shaking, trembling again, crying, screaming, like.
But that time you were like, oh, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't.
Yeah.
Or I'd be lying if I said I didn't.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, shit. Oh, God. Oh, no. Okay, everyone be calm. Okay, everyone chill. Chill. And, like, what's crazy is, like, we were, like, going out and, like, we were doing this all in secret. Like, because I love very privately, and it wasn't a secret that like we were eventually gonna get together. I'm sure everyone expected this out of us.
Yeah.
But I was just so scared, I guess, or like I don't know. It felt like a lot all at once. Mm-hmm. And for you to just be like, yeah, I love you. Oh my God, I was terrified. And then having like to just go to work the next day. Hey guys, how may I help you today? Like that terrified me. So, our third date, I rejected you, but it wasn't in a way. I just told you before we went on the date, hey, if you're gonna ask me out today, don't. I just want to have a good time with you, but like, I'm not saying that we're never gonna get together, just not right now. Like, you got me. You bagged me for real. Just not right now.
Got you off the streets.
Okay, fuck you. Like, yeah, I had kind of given you that I guess like certainty of like we're gonna make it. Just not right now. And then you did the worst thing possible. You took my favorite day. For some reason, I always have had a connection to July 28th. Don't know why. Anytime I look to see what time it is, it's 7:28. Or like anytime like a total comes up to me, it's 7:28. Or like 28 is always my number. To the point where it became like all of my passwords on like everything. Because I'm like, yeah, it's just like some silly little numbers. This kid, January 28th, takes me to this 5-star restaurant. Sorry. July 28th.
There you go.
Takes me to this 5-star restaurant. This is also the first time I met his dad, because his dad's a chef.
Yeah,
an executive chef, actually.
He used to work there.
Calls me in. We're dressed up so fancy, and I mean just...
We look good.
But I had never been treated this way by a man.
Like I went to pick you up at your house. I had flowers at the door for you.
You did. But I like started crying because you for real treated me like a way in movies. Like, you just like saw me and I had like turned around to lock my door. I turned back around. You had like a bouquet of flowers in your hand. We went into like this 5-star restaurant. You're like, yeah, table for 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a reservation.
Yeah. Sit down. We're like, you're like serving me and everything like that, which, oh my god, people listening are probably like, bitch, that is the bottom of the fucking barrel. But like, listen.
You've never gotten that before.
No. And I think that made me even more scared. But I was like, damn. We shared a creme brulee.
Mm-hmm.
You held my hand, put a bracelet on me, and said, would you be my girlfriend? And I said yes. Finally.
Fuck, Jesus Christ. I don't know if you saw it on my face, but I was like so relieved. Just like after months at that point.
But you knew you had me.
No, yeah, but like, I was like, oh, but I'm not your girlfriend yet. I was like, alright. Now you listen here. And finally, I was like, yes. Alright, now I can finally just like stop being in this like weird limbo. Even though, like, I had you, yes, but, like, the title wasn't there, we became official that time.
I did. And then I had to change the password on, like, all of my credit cards and all of my debit cards. Because suddenly, that is, like, it's a special day to me. Like...
No, it's a very special day to you.
Yes, I'm so sorry. My sweet honey love. And I had always said, I'm like, either I'm going to die on this day or I'm going to get married on this day. Not that we're married or anything, but okay, relax. I swear to God, Danny can commit. Like, when I say Danny commits, like, if I tell him, let's go get married tomorrow, without a shadow of a doubt.
I'll bring the pens for us. Like, if in case they ran out of copies, like, I'll bring my own copy of the form for the court.
Like, no, yeah. He's just... I have to oftentimes tell him, like, not right now.
Meanwhile, you at the beginning of the relationship, we were like, oh, let's get married. Oh, let's get
because
house.
I was
let's
like,
move out.
I'm like, let's ha. Because you played off like such a chill guy, like, yeah, like your name was Brad or something. Like, you were just like, yeah, like, we're so chill, whatever. So I'm like, I want to like get him to be like super fun and whatever. So I'm like, let's get married. Like, let's just see what he says.
It's a little origin story of Danny and Casey.
Oh my god, if we want to talk about when I met his family, Christ almighty, heaven and above.
Which was like pretty early in the relationship too.
We weren't even like officially... Yeah, we were. It was a month after. It was for your sister's birthday. It was a month after. Mind you, I'm still shaking that we're even still together. And I'm still like, oh my lord, sweet baby Jesus. And
then you became a chihuahua.
Oh yeah, because it wasn't like a... let me just meet mom, dad, and sister. No, it was let me meet mom, dad, and sister, tío, tía,
Grandma,
abuelita,
grandpa,
abuelito, puto, primos, primas, pinche de perro, like everybody. Meet them in one shot. And quite literally, sat on the couch for a breather. Uncle pulled up a chair, started asking me a question, looked to my right.
Everybody gathered around like a fucking novella.
The entire family is sitting on the couch next to us, and I'm talking like there's just eyes on us. I look up, both of his parents are looking down at us and like asking us like, oh, what are your intentions with our nephew, all this stuff. I don't know, please.
Which is so intense. But you were better off ripping that band-aid just like all together all at once, because sooner or later you were gonna meet all of them eventually. But then it was gonna be a whole thing, and my family was like, "Oh, why don't you bring her over here? Oh, you don't want us to meet her? Like, why? Like, why are you hiding her from us?"
They're like, now, like, I love your family, I love them all to death, you know, and like, I can just come over and hang out with them whenever, and it's beautiful and everything. It's just like in the beginning, I would be so scared to even come over after that point. I'd be like,
no, but they welcome you with open arms.
They did, and like. That was also something I wasn't used to. We relate to that, though. That, like, we're, like, the little babies of the family. And it's intense when, like, people come around us. It's like, who are you? And what are you doing with our little precious little
angel
choo-choo?
Child?
Yeah. Man, you being persistent really got you somewhere.
Catch us on our honeymoon in 2 weeks.
Okay, relax. I don't know. I always like telling this story. But it's such a long story that now I'm just going to tell everybody to go to this podcast now. Hey, how'd you guys start dating? Case by case podcast.
Refer to this episode.
Scan this QR code really quick.
Yeah.
There you go. That's literally how I'm like doing
literally. Oh man.
But anyway.
Very involved. A lot of moving parts, and eventually perseverance. I came out victorious.
Anything else you want to finish with?
Thank you so much for listening to another wonderful episode on Case by Case Podcast. I have been today's guest, Danny. Thank you so much for listening. Please listen to all future episodes, subscribe, hit that like button, ring that bell, do everything. Spotify, YouTube, Instagram. She's going to be everywhere. The links are going to be down below if you want to follow me.
Oh, wow. Slay, baby. Thanks for coming on the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my god,
oh my god, it's been a while.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.